Heart Challenge and Jump Rope for Heart as you see all of our banners all the way around our building, right? We have done that for 24 years. This year, we are doing something new. I know, I need a remote. Okay? Why is it not the Kids Heart Challenge anymore? Well, I did a little bit of research, and I found out that a lot of the money we donated in the years past to Kids Heart Challenge didn't go where I thought it went. A lot of the money was kind of wasted on things like paper and salaries for people, and it didn't go to really help people with their bad hearts. And so I thought we can do better, Cherokee Trail. We can give money directly to those who need it, like our friends at the Parker Adventist Hospital right here in Parker. We're going to be donating money, instead of the American Heart Association, we're donating money to our Parker Hospital to help people in need that are in our community. Maybe your moms, your dads, your siblings, your grandparents, they all go to the Parker Hospital for treatment. And we're going to give them money. Rather than giving it to another association that's a national company, we're going to do it local and keep all of our money here in Parker. Okay, so where does our money go? It's going to go two places. To the Parker Adventist Hospital and to our specials teams. We're going to raise this money and give it to Mr. Barton to have art supplies. We're going to give it to Miss Dunker to have new yoga mats for your wellness class. We're going to give it to Mr. Holly to get some new musical instruments and things in the music room. So you're going to bonus from all of this money that we raise. Not only is it going to go to help people who have bad hearts, but it's also going to go right here to our school to help your specials classes be more fun. Does that sound good? Okay. So let's learn a little bit more about how we do this. Okay? First of all, the money, as I said, is going to go to two places, right? The first one is going to go to the Parker Adventist Hospital. And we have some people here today to tell us a little bit more about that and how we're going to help the people with their hearts. Okay? So I'm going to have the Parker Adventist Hospital people come up here and introduce themselves. Tell us about how our money is going to help their
Good morning,
hospital.
Stallions. How are you today? We are so excited and thrilled to be here, and thank you so much for having us. We first want to thank Ms. Whittingham for all that she's done to put this program together and the so many years of dedication to such an awesome program. Thank you so much, Ms. Whittingham. We so appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And team at Cherokee Trail Elementary, thank you so much for championing these programs in your classrooms and throughout the school. And every single one of you for the work that you're doing. We are so thrilled to be here, and thank you so much. So, who has seen the hospital here in Parker, has been to the hospital, visited the hospital? Wow, there's so many. I see some hands that aren't up, so I have another question. Who knows where the Chick-fil-A is? Yeah, here we go. Alright, so we have all of the hands now. So, when you are driving by the hospital, or just thinking about us, we really think that you should be so proud of yourselves in what you're doing to support your local community. Because that's exactly what you're doing when you're raising money. Right now, it's going straight to Parker Adventist Hospital. So Parker Adventist Hospital, we care for people who are sick. We also love to help educate people in the community on how to be healthy and stay healthy and learn when they might be sick and learn about preventative care and all of those things. And the money that you're going to be raising in this program is going to really help us do that. So I'm a part of the foundation. This is my friend Harmony. And this is my friend Brett, and we are part of a group. Well, Brett is in the clinical side of things, and I'll get to that in just a minute. But Harmony and I are part of a foundation where we raise money to help the community hospital be the very best that it can be. And so we bring high quality healthcare and education and prevention straight to our community, and that's what you're helping us do. So we're so thrilled. And this particular event and fundraiser that you're doing is going to go straight to help our cardiac services. So it's things like hands-only CPR training so that people can learn how to do it right. It's also things like teaching people how to learn how early preventative care is for heart attacks, or even if they might be having a heart attack, what are the signs And what can you do to get help very quickly? So perhaps most importantly, a lot of what your funds might help is there are people in our community that might not have access to this screening. And because of what you're doing, we can really, really help bring this to people that might not otherwise be able to access this screening. So we're so, so grateful for the work that you're going to be doing with us. Again, we just can't thank you enough for us being the beneficiaries of the funds that you're going to raise this year. You're truly, truly touching our hearts. So, with that, I would love to introduce you to a caregiver who works with hearts every single day. This is Brett Allen. He works and serves with Parker as our chest pain coordinator and heart health educator. So give it up for Brett. Thank you so much.
So I'm just going to kind of fill you in a little bit on what we actually do at the hospital for our cardiac patients and what it means to be a chest pain center. So being the chest pain coordinator means I'm kind of in charge of making sure that everything we do at the hospital is done properly. That we're taking care of the patients in the right way, we're treating them, testing them, doing all the things to make sure that they're not having a big issue that we're missing. I work with the EMS people, so this goes all the way from when you call 911 and the ambulance comes to your house, to you go into the emergency room and you get seen by the doctors there, the nurses, to being seen by the cardiology staff or a cardiologist or doctors in the hospital. So we follow patients from the time they call when they're having chest pains to the time they go home, which can be a couple days or a couple hours, it just depends. And being a chest pain center means that you can trust that your hospital, being accredited by a national organization, you can trust that your hospital is doing things in the right way. And that, like I said, that goes from calling 911 all the way till you go home. So there's just a few pictures we have here that kind of show some of the things that we do at the hospital. And these are diagnostic testing equipment. So this first picture on the left is an ultrasound machine. So I don't know if any of you have had ultrasounds, but I know probably all of you were a baby or inside your mom's tummy at some point, and she had an ultrasound that they could see you with. We do the same thing, except we're looking at the heart with an ultrasound. And we get a ton of information from that. The next thing over you might recognize is a treadmill. So one of the most important things for your heart is exercise. And that's to prevent problems from your heart happening in the first place. But when we're looking for problems with your heart, we make you exercise. We hook you up to a bunch of equipment, wires, blood pressure machines, all sorts of stuff, and you get to run on the treadmill. And that's how we can tell if your heart is doing good or if it's starting to struggle a little bit. If any of this stuff shows a problem, then you get to go into this room right here. There's a big flat table with x-ray machines and a big screen TV right next to it. And that's how we find out if you have a blockage in an artery. And that's what causes a heart attack. So if you get a blockage in an artery, you go into a big room like this, it's a little scary, lights go on and off, people are moving all around you trying to fix something. People come in there and they're having terrible pain in their chest, or they're throwing up, doing all sorts of stuff. We find a blockage, and then we put a little balloon in, and we inflate the balloon. It opens up the blockage, and all of a sudden, they feel better. Just like that. It takes about 10 seconds to open it up, and the patients go from the worst pain of their life to feeling totally better most of the time. So, a couple other little things real quick. I just want to mention, like Sarah said, we try to do a lot of community education training. Does anybody know what to do if someone near you collapses and their heart stops beating? CPR, that's right. What do you do during CPR? Does anybody know?
Josh.
You're very, very close. That's how we used to do it. Now, the main thing is they don't worry about you breathing into their mouth. All they want you to do is only use your hands. That's why we call it hands-only CPR now. And you just push on their chest as hard as you can. Why do you think we do that? So when you're pushing on the chest, the heart still pumps blood out, and then the patient will still be getting blood going to everywhere else in their body. Where do you think the most important place is that they should have blood going if they don't have a heartbeat? Besides the heart, what would be next? The brain, that's right. Because if the brain doesn't have any blood, it doesn't have any oxygen, and then the brain will start to die. So even if you get a patient's heart beating again, and their brain didn't have oxygen, they're probably not going to have a very good survival. So hands-only CPR is very, very important to keep the blood pumping the whole time. And then the other thing we like to talk about is signs of someone having a heart attack. So what do you think when people have heart attacks, what do they feel? Gray sweatshirt. Yeah, they can have trouble breathing. They can get dizzy or lightheaded. How about flu? They can have, their heart can stop beating. They can have, what else? Put the mask on there. Say. They can faint. Yeah, they can have chest pain. They can get nauseous, and they can actually throw up. Sometimes they get pain in other places too. They get pain in their chest. It can go into their arm and their neck, into their back. It can go all sorts of places. So we do lots of training with people about that for things to look out for, okay? So there may be an opportunity in the future to come back and have someone from the hospital give a more detailed class, but I know your teacher wants to get back on with the rest of the program so you guys can see what you're going to be doing and maybe something about the prizes up here too, okay?
All right, thank you so much, Parker Adventist Hospital friends, for being here with us today. So that's for a lot. Well, they get a lot of applause. Parker Hospital. The rest of it is going to stay here at Charity Trail for our special schemes. We're going to get some yoga mats, as I said, some art supplies, some instruments, some supplies for STEAM, and maybe even some new books for the book vending machine. On top of that, your donations are going to help just so many more people. Okay? How we collect donations. You have until February 21st to collect donations. You go to someone that you know, mom, dad, aunts, uncles, grandparents, and say, would you like to donate money to our Heart Challenge? If they say yes, then they give it to your mom or dad, and then you must go into My School Bucks like you do for your lunch account, and that's how you donate the money. Your mom or your dad will take care of that part of it, and they will put the money into your account. As we put the money into the account, you will be winning prizes. Raise your hand if you like prizes. Alright, some of the prizes that you can win. If you donate $5 to our cause, will you hold up the items item? You're going to get a red wristband that says, Get Heart Healthy. $5 donation. Everybody's going to sport one of those so you can wear it all around Charity Trail and show everybody that you got this awesome wristband. $5 donation. If you donate $10, you're going to get a yellow wristband, and so you can have the red and the yellow one, as well as a single jump rope, a squeezy ball, or a beach ball. You're going to have a raffle drawing for that. So every time you donate money, $10, your name is going to go into the raffle to get a jump rope, a squeezy basketball, or a beach ball. Okay? If you donate $20, you're going to get a 3-person jump rope. That's one of those longer ones. A green wristband, a playground ball. You could win a playground ball. Holly, will you hold up the extra specials pass? You can earn a music pass to come to music class instead of being in your classroom for a whole class period. You get to come and have an extra specials time with Mr. Holly for music class. So you can win that for a $20 donation. If you bring in $50 for our heart challenge, you will get the blue wristband to sport on your wrist, as well as you could win one of the larger prizes that you see on the table. We have a skee ball game. We have a hovering soccer ball. We have a basketball hoop that you can put on the back of your door. We have a Nerf gun game that has balls that hover and you shoot at them out of the air. So those are $50 prizes that you can win if you donate $50. Okay? Oh, I need a 0 cents. Included in that $50 donation is a block of modeling clay from Mr. Martin. You can see the picture on the bottom right, so that you can make your own objects out of fun clay that Mr. Martin's going to give you. So that's a $50 donation. You can get some art clay. Okay? If you bring in $75, you're going to get the purple wristband to sport on your wrist, as well as some extra recess time with your grade level. Okay? So everyone who brings in $75 is going to get extra recess time. $200 donation. You're going to get the final wristband. It is the black wristband. And, a parent's night out. Let me tell you what that is. That's where your mom or dad drop you off here at Charity Trail, and you get to have so much fun. We're going to have scooter races going down the ramp. We're going to have games in the gym. We're going to have pizza. We're going to have a glow party going on in the music room. We're going to have art activities. We're going to have STEAM activities. So it's going to be an amazing night where your parents get to drop you off. You get to have fun for a couple hours here at Charity Trail after school. Cool? Okay. Here is the last prize. Give your friends. The last prize. The top 6 people that raise money, so after all the money is collected, whoever the top 6 fundraisers are, they're going to win an extra PE class period. So with our extra specials, you get to have a PE for an extra class period. You can win a catered lunch with Miss Dunker. She will buy you whatever lunch you want for the day. And you can have lunch with her and a friend. You can be the assistant librarian in library class and do a read aloud to the class. You can have extra art time with Mr. Barton. You can win extra STEAM time with Miss Zabadil. You can have a mini music lesson with Mr. Holly for you and a couple of friends before school one day. I know, so there's so many fun things. So that's the top 6 fundraisers, okay? So again, we are collecting money for our heart challenge. The money goes to where? So raise your hand and tell me, where's your money go? Colette. To the Parker Hospital. Where else does the money go? Bennett. To our specials classes. And in return for donating all of this amazing money, you're going to win fabulous prizes. Okay? Again, your money is due February 21st. And the class that raises the most money gets 100 bonus points for your team for the team challenge. Okay?